Hi, this is Abe Wesley. God ain't here tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is my third time doing this video. Last week I was supposed to do New Housewives Salt Lake City episode 4. Uh, for some reason the picture wasn't right. It was too dark. And then I tried to do it on the weekend. Uh, I couldn't find my notes. So I found my notes yesterday, so I said I'm going to do this video, and I don't care what little glitches I have, it's going up. It started, this is episode 4, the Epiphany, and then I'm going to do episode 4 and 5 together. So episode 4 is the Epiphany, episode 5 is Whitney Drew and her clues. It started off with them showing that welcome to Milwaukee sign. It was day 2 of their Milwaukee trip, and they were saying welcome to Milwaukee. And then it showed the next scene where they were in bear cave, and they were showing them around. They had on their orange and and black jackets, and they had their little helmet on, their little boots while they was walking around, and they were showing them how the beer cave was, and they was walking around the factory and stuff. And then after that, they showed a picture of Whitney and Helen coming in as Laverne and Shirley, and they little sweatshirts and stuff, and they took pictures, and then they showed where Mary and it was Angie, Mary, Brittany, and Lisa and Whitney. All of them, they were someone that took pictures of them in the beer cave in their safety outfits. And next thing you know, the host came around, and he took them around to the beer cave in the room, and they had the beer ready for them, and they had like cheese and snacks and stuff like that for them sitting on the table. And so the host said, this is where we make beer. He said back in the day, before they had refrigerators, this is how we made beer. We had to put them in a cave and let them get cold like that. And then he said, oh, I heard it was one person in the group who has never had beer, who has never drinking beer. And Mary said, that would be me. And he said, oh, you mean tell me you have never drinking beer? And she said, no, I ain't. He said, what about wine? She said, oh, I love wine. I drink wine. And then he said, well, we make a beer. It was a Miller beer company. He said, we make a beer that almost tastes like wine. You want to taste it? So he gave everybody a glass to drink around. And then Whitney said, how you like it, Mary? Is it good? Mary said, ooh, it's good. I like it. And then in her confession, Hunter said, if Mary would start drinking beer and stuff instead of buying all that cheap 2003 wine, 2003 wine, she would save a whole lot of money. I'm saying, Helen, why you worried about what Mary drinking and going on and stuff? You always do somebody's business too. And so next thing I know, the man was talking, and he said, here's a whole lot of more beers, and y'all want to try this one, sample this one. And Mary said, ooh, this one good too. And everybody said, ooh, I like it. And then Rachel said, we're gonna wind up becoming beer drinkers. And then it switched to the next scene. And the next scene, they showed Lisa and Brittany and Mary and the new girl Melli. I think they were all at the casino first, and then after that they went to the Kirtland. And then Lisa said, well, I've never been to Kirtland, but I like Kirtland. And then Mary said, well, I've never been there too, but y'all can do the Kirtland. I'm just gonna sit over here. So it was just Lisa, Melli, and Brittany doing the Kirtland. And then Melli said, I used to be a figure skater back in my early days, so this was right up my alley. I like this right up my alley. And so when they got through, Lisa said, I'd rather be doing Kirtland with y'all than being with Whitney. She said, is it just because you don't want to be with Whitney, or is it because Angie there too? So both of them. She said, well, really Whitney. And she said, yeah, I didn't like this. So they switched back to the cave scene. And then the hostess said, well, I heard there's a lot of scary stories that people say they heard about. A lot of people be telling scary stories. about the cave. He said the cave is haunted. He said, would you like to go hear some stories about the cave? And then Mary said, yeah, come on girls, let's go. Come on ladies, let's go. And then they all got ready to get up. And then Bonnie said, Heather, you not coming? Heather said, nah, y'all can come. I'd rather just stay here. I don't want to hear nothing about no haunted stories, no scary stories. And then Whitney was going to get up and go. And then Heather said, Whitney, you come in and you come and sit down here with me. And she said, oh, y'all can go. He said, oh, okay. And then so they left. And then so Heather said, Whitney, it's about time that we get together and talk, especially after what happened at the event. You know, say, me and you need some alone time together, So I switched back to the next scene. And next scene was the man said, yeah, you know, we got some haunted stories around the story. I said, yeah, you would like to hear a story? Mary said, yeah. She said, yeah, my dad, he used to live 2 houses down from Jeffrey Dahmer. And after Jeffrey Dahmer got arrested and stuff, my dad said he didn't know that it was dead bodies being cut up in those bags that people were taking out and stuff like that. And then so everybody looked kind of funny. The people that supposed to tell a story, Barney or something, and Barney said, like a fisherman. I don't think anybody could beat Mary's stories. Then nobody could beat Mary's stories. Mary told a good story. And then Mary said in her confession, well, sometimes my dad be telling stories, but I don't know. My dad said it was true, but sometimes my dad be telling stories, so I don't know. And then switch back to Whitney and Heather. And Whitney said, Heather, what is it you say you gotta tell me? You want to tell me? She said, but first, I want to let you know that the reason why I didn't take up for you, because I thought the way you were talking to Lisa Meredith, that wasn't right. I didn't like it. She said, but look at what they did to me, and how they did to me, and how she hollered. She said, well, we're just gonna have to not talk about that. She said, but I already apologized and I already did this. And she said, what else you had to tell me here? Like Heather said, Whitney, people are talking about your business. They're saying prison is not legit. They're saying that you get your stuff from Alibaba, your jewelry, and it's cheap. She said, who said that? She said, who said that in the group? She said, I'm just saying it. They say it was all over social media. Did you know about it? Whitney said, yeah, I knew about it. My business manager told me about it. She showed me the messages in the text, and I was wondering who was saying that. And so when I got my investigation, they said it was somebody in the group. So I wanted to know who in the group was. And then Heather said, well, Meredith said she asked Lisa about it. And Lisa said, Meredith. She said, didn't Meredith learn something from last year about what she did to people? She was going around checking people's DMs to see what they was doing and stuff, and about that Born Nest stuff and that Born Tea stuff. And then she learned from that. And then she said, well, Lisa was the one who said she heard it about too. And then both of them heard about it, and then Lisa was the one who told me because she thought I should know about it. She said, I knew it was either one of them. She said, you know, that would hurt my business, that would hurt my brand. If somebody went around and said stories and stuff like that about me. And she said, I'm going to talk to Lisa about it. And Heather said, no, don't talk to Lisa about it right now. We want to have a good time. Next thing you know, the whole, she said, well, let's go get the girls. It's time for us to go to the Harley Davidson. So they went to the Harley Davidson, and they showed the girls with the hats. They showed the Harley Davidson motorcycles, and everybody was walking around the Harley Davidson. And then, Whitney said, when they got dinner planned for us in Harley Davidson, like I said, we had to go from the caves to the Harley Davidson. So they went to Harley Davidson, and they were sitting down. They was getting ready to have lunch, and then that's when Angie said, Lisa, what is your problem with me? Me and you used to be the best of friends and stuff. I used to call you all the time and talk to you. You used to call me. We've been friends for years. What's the problem? I want to get rid of the issue. Lisa said, I don't think you have been a good friend to me. You haven't been a good friend. She said, what do you mean I haven't been a good friend to you? I always be a good friend to you. She said, every time I call you, I always talk about that you gotta get off the phone because your daughter. She said, well, I'm a mother and I'm supposed to take care of my daughter. I'm supposed to take care of my daughter. Next thing you know, she said, like I said, she said, but I apologize to you. She said, we even tried to do a friendship, but you walked away. You walked away. She said, like I said, you haven't been a friend to me. She said, I have been a friend to you. Angie jumped up and she pointed her finger and she kicked that chair. I said, I have been a friend to you, and 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 um and stuff like that. And when he said, come on, and Bonnie said, ladies, let's stop this. And then Mary said, ooh, man, I need a break from this. I need a break from this. And then she said to her, the person, ooh, I need a break, and I need some zen or whatever. These girls just going back, cack-a-lacka, and stuff like that. And so after that, it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was them getting ready, I guess, to go to the Trixie thing. And well, right before they went to the caves and all that, I forgot this part. What you call it? Okay, I had text her husband. She told him that she didn't know where they were going, and then when she found out, she said that her husband used to work at the Miller thing. But anyway, they was getting ready to go, and then they got ready to go, and everybody was getting ready to be dressing. And Whitney said in her confession that ever since she was a little girl and after she left the Mormon church, she was just so interested, so fascinated with the drag queens and the drag race and stuff like that. So they had their little show, and then Trixie came out and introduced Whitney, and she said Whitney's been her friend for a couple of years, and then she had Whitney on stage, and then Whitney had some of the girls get on stage, and nobody got on stage but Whitney. I think Whitney got on there a little bit, and then Angie tried to get on there, and then nobody else got on there, and then Whitney called Mary up there. Mary didn't want to get up there. Mary got up there a little bit and said, oh, look at Mary, look at Mary. Mary did a little 1-2-2-step dance, and that was the end of episode 4. I'm going to pause this video and do episode 5. Okay, episode 5, like I said, is Whitney Drew and her clues. The episode started off with Bronny Broadwin meeting up with Lisa at the restaurant, and then Lisa told Broadwin that she didn't know that when she said that Broadwin's daughter Gwen looked like her daddy, that she didn't make the connection that Broadwin had a relationship with that same guy, because Lisa said she knew the family all along, and she was just so shocked. She was just so shocked that happened. And after that, she was saying, well, why haven't you told your daughter Gwen about the situation? And Bronwyn said that she was in college when she met Gwen's dad, and she fell in love with Gwen's dad, and then she got pregnant. And then she said after she got pregnant, Gwen's family blamed her. Gwen's father family blamed her for everything. And then he lost contact. He didn't want to have contact with her no more. And then she said she tried to have him involved in her life and stuff. And she said that when she realized that he lost contact with her and his family didn't want to have nothing to do with her, she knew she was going to be a single mother. And she was trying to give Gwen all the things that she didn't have. And she said, and Lisa said, well, Gwen, Lisa said, Bronwyn, at some point you're going to have to tell Gwen. You say your daughter is 17 now, she's probably going to want to know something about her dad. She said, well, that's what I was saying. That's what I lose sleep at night, wondering when I'm going to tell her, wondering when the secret's going to come out. She said, because when you showed me the photos and you had his face blurred out, I could still see it. That's why I was wondering why you had his face blurred. And then Lisa said, "Ooh, that is so sad. So I switched to the next scene. And the next scene was, let me get my little notes right here. Oh yeah, the next scene was Helen, Brittany, and Whitney meeting up at the ski slopes, and they got to talking about what happened at the event, and and she was saying, what's going on with you and Jared, Brittany? She said, Jared's been texting me and calling me, but I've been ignoring him. And Heather said, yeah, I saw when he posted some stuff on his page. She said, yeah, he posted those flowers and he sent me those texts, but I ignored him, especially after I heard what he did with Angie's brow girl and stuff like that. And she was saying, well, let's come on, let's go on the ski slope. And she said, yeah. She said, good for you, good for you. Then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Mary talking to her son, and she said, Robert Jr., come downstairs, come downstairs. Robert Jr. said, he came out of his room and said, I'm tired. She said, what do you mean you're tired? What are you doing? What you gonna be doing the rest of the day? Nothing. She said, nothing. She said, did you eat? No, I didn't eat. And she said, Robert Jr., what happened to a plant when you don't feed it? I guess it died. She said, that's what it is. She said, you don't want that, do you? No, I'm going to eat later. She said, okay. And then Mary said in her confession, ever since he's been dating this girl and stuff, Robert Jr. has changed. Next thing you know, Mary got a phone call, and she said, I'm almost there. It was Angie. She said, I'm almost there. She said, I'm almost there. I'm a block from your house. She said, okay. Next thing you know, Angie drove up in her red car, and Mary got in and said, oh, you look good, Mary, you look good. Mary said, yeah, these pants are too tight. I got to find some way to maneuver these pants. Next thing you know, Mary and Angie was driving up, and they went to the dance class. And the dance class was teaching rap dancing. And so it was Mary and Angie, and I think it was Meline went, and one of the other girls that went, and they were all in the dance class together, and the instructor was giving them dance class, and then they said, ooh, isn't that Heather's daughter? They said, yeah, that's Heather's daughter. So Heather's daughter was in the dance class with him. And then after the dance class, they took a little break, and then that's when Angie said, Mary, I've been trying my best to be Lisa's friend. I used to be Lisa's real good friend. I don't know what happened between me and Lisa and stuff. And then Mary said, have you tried to call her, talk to her lately, and so y'all could work out your issues? She said, I had. She said, we had lunch right before the Milwaukee trip, and I tried to explain my point of view of why I took up for Whitney and stuff like that, and she didn't want to hear. She didn't want to hear nothing I had to say, and I don't know what's going on with her. She said, maybe y'all need to try again. She said, I just don't know, Mary. I'm tired of trying. I just don't know. Mary said, okay. And then switch to the next scene. And the next scene was them, it was them getting ready to go to some kind of event and things like that, and so they was having some kind of little thing all late, and Heather said, Mary, I heard that you were at the same dance class with my daughter. And then she said, yeah, we were all at the dance class together. And they said, what were you doing? And they would say, what were you doing at the dance class, Mary, with Heather's daughter? No, it's not, that's supposed to be high school. She said, no, it's a dance class for everybody. And Mary was trying her best to be politically correct. And she was saying, no, it's just for everybody. It's not. And they said, what kind of dance was it? And then Mary finally said, it was a dance class. That man was teaching rap music. Oh, rap music. She said, yeah. And she said, yeah. I said, who'd you go there with? She said, Angie. She said, oh, you went there with Angie. Why are you trying to be so quiet about it? The next thing you know, they showed Lisa and Heather at the spa, at the purified spa. And so they were saying, ooh, it's real pretty in here. And the hostess says, all of this is molly salt. And they showed the yellow salt, and they showed the white salt. I said, ooh, this is hot, this is very hot. And she said, could you give us some tea? And she brought them some tea, and they went laid on the little I guess lounge thing in the salt bath thing. They was taking a salt bath. And she said, what do you think about everything that's been going on and stuff and stuff? She said, well, I don't know what to say about Lisa. About Lisa said, I don't know what to say about Whitney. I don't know what's gotten into Whitney. I don't know why Whitney changed and stuff like that. And she said, I don't know what's going on with Angie either. I don't know what's going on with both of them ladies. I don't know why both of them ladies have a problem with me right now. And then after that, Heather said, well, Lisa, I want to tell you something. She said, I kind of told Whitney at the cave that people were talking about her business and saying she was getting stuff from Alibaba. And I told her that Meredith told you, and you said you heard about the same story. And she said she's going to find out which person in the group told that story. And Lisa said it was nobody in the group. There was nobody in the group. Like I said, it was all over social media, and everybody was talking about it. I said, yeah, okay. And then she said, I hope everything goes well and stuff like that. She said, yeah. See, I told Whitney not to say anything to anybody, not until she finds out who actually did it, not until she actually get proof, and then that's when the show ended. I didn't want me to put this video really long, but hopefully I can do one episode at a time. But this is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.